Hello friends, a small introduction by me, Sagar Nagpal, and I'm a student at Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. The objectives behind making this video, number one, is to make law students familiar with the case and to help a common man understand our law in a simplified manner, thereby empowering him. Disclaimer: the name of the case is In Re Inland Steam Navigation Workers Union. It's a case of the year 1936. Now, since the year is 1936, it happens to be from before the independence era, and in re matter means in the matter of. It refers to the object or the person that is the primary subject of the case. So, as we can see in the heading, Inland Steam Navigation Workers Union is the primary subject of the case. Moving on to the facts of the case, on the 8th of March 1935, a meeting of the employees of all inland steamer services was held in the town of Calcutta, and the employees formed a union in the name of Inland Steam Navigation Workers Union. The image on the left is of a steamer which is used to fetch people and, let's say, small objects from one place to another, and this particular steamer operates within a particular geographical boundary, say our Indian territory. So the rules of the union enabled all the employees of all inland steamer services in India, all those who were operating the steamers or providing steamer services inland within the geographical boundary in India, the rules of the union enabled them to become members of the union. And on 26th of March 1935, an application was filed before the registrar of the trade unions for the registration of the union under Indian Trade Unions Act 1926, and the same was rejected. The registrar refused to register the application on 16th of May 1935. So why did he do so? He concluded, based on the facts before him, that the application was an attempt to have the union registered under a union which was already registered on 18th of September 1934 and was declared an unlawful association by the government itself under Section 16 Criminal Law Amendment Act. First, the union was already registered, and second, it was declared an unlawful association by the government, and it was an attempt to register this union under a new name. So the appellant endeavored to open the matter again with the registrar to secure the registration, amplifying in his letter that the appellants were and are trade union different from the one that has been declared unlawful by the government. RSN and IGN and RY Workers Union have been declared to be unlawful, but according to the appellant, his trade union were and are different from that one. So these arguments were not successful, as on 24th of May the registrar wrote back that he was not prepared to revise the orders that he had made in his letter on 16th of May. So the matter went to the court by way of an appeal from the registrar of the trade unions for Bengal under section 11 of the Trade Unions Act of 1926. So the judge, after considering all the facts of the case, first of all defined that the functions of the registrar are laid down in Section 8 Trade Disputes Act, and that section says the registrar, on being satisfied that the trade union has complied with all the requirements of this act in regard to the registration, shall register the trade union. Whether the new union is or is not the same as or successor to the old union, it all depends upon the evidence, and until further evidence is forthcoming, it is impossible to say that. The duties of the registrar were to examine the application and to look at the objects for which the union was formed. His duty was to examine the application that has come for registration of the union and to look at its objectives. If all the requirements of the act and the registration made thereunder had been complied with, it was his duty to register the union. He shall register the union. If at some time that union is deemed to be an unlawful association within Section 16 Criminal Law Amendment Act, this union can be proscribed, excluded, prohibited as an unlawful association in the same way as any other body. If at some time we come to know that the union is an unlawful association under Section 16, the union can exclude or prohibit it. But at this particular time, there is no such evidence available, and the registrar is at not at this stage entitled to go into that question. His functions are limited to seeing that the requirements of the act have been complied with or not. And since we do not have before us the necessary materials to decide whether this trade union should be registered, this appeal should be allowed. We do not have the necessary evidence, so the matter should be sent back to the registrar. So finally, the judge ruled that the matter should be sent back to the registrar, and if on the face of application, seeing the objects and provisions for carrying them are within the act, and the requirements as to the registration have been complied with, he should register, and if not, he should decline to register. So this was a small case from the labor law. Thank you so much. Can you contribute to this noble cause? First of all, please share this video to the relevant audience on Facebook. It can be your friends, it can be the pages of, let's say, a coaching institute, a college, a university page. Please share it on WhatsApp, Instagram, etc. social handles with the law students and the common man you feel should know that what is happening in our law. Subscribe to the channel for staying updated with the content and also motivating me. Give me a thumbs up for making for motivating me to make more videos, and post your queries in the comment box. Also, you can contact me on Sagar Nagpal 729 at the rate of gmail.com. Thank you so much.